Hey guys, welcome back. Just set off on the Edale Skyline and it looks like it's going to be a wet one. Just my luck. Yesterday was nice, today I'm out, it's wet. Lovely. So I'm heading up to the first peak, Lewis Hill, and I'll bring you back once I've done that. So that's Lewis Hill done, just behind me. And I've got to head over now to Mam Tor, which is in the clouds, over onto Brown Knoll and then the Kinder Scout. So I've done Lewis Hill, making my way along now the ridge towards Mam Tor. It's quite busy, so I'll do some talking more once the crowds die down. Just for now, focus on doing some miles and doing some running slash walking. So run when I can, and then there's sections where you just can't run. My shoes are already filthy. So I've done Lewis Hill and Mam Tor. I'm now heading up towards Brown Knoll. So the Edale Skyline goes past 3 trig points, Mam Tor, Brown Knoll. The last one tomorrow will be Win Hill. But there are a few others close by, so I do like getting my trigs. So I'll be taking some slight diversions to bag them. It's almost 12 now, so I'm going to stop off at some point and get some lunch before making the way up to Brown Knoll and then the Kinder Scout region. It's a bit wet. Gonna get the stove on and just cook a mug shot that I've got, but while I'm waiting for the water to boil up, I've got some trail mix, orange trail mix from Dairy Milk, so try them. change of plan. Couldn't get my lighter to light the stove. I think the wind's just a bit too much, so yeah, I'll knock that on the head. Just have some beef jerky. So now I'm just gonna be as quick as I can now. I'm gonna plan to camp somewhere at the Woolpacks. So I'll get there and just have what I was gonna have for lunch when I get there, and then I can have my tea a bit later on if needed. I've got like some trail mix, some nuts, some beef jerky, what I can have just to keep me going until I get pitched up. So yeah, I've got a different shelter with me on this trip, which I'll show you when it's up. Reason being, there's two reasons for that. I wanted to go a bit lighter, so this one comes in at just around 1 kilo. But another reason is, on my last trip, the poles bent and they've not come in time, so I was sort of forced into bringing this, but I wanted to bring a lighter one anyway, so just fingers crossed that one holds up tonight. So now I've got away from the Mam Tor region, the crowds have died down, which is a plus. Passing one or two groups, but the main groups I'm passing now seem to be younger kids doing their Duke off Edinburgh. So yeah, it's something what I never did when I was younger. Kind of wishing I had the chance to. Doing what I'm doing now, it's definitely something that I think I would have enjoyed, and the skills learned from that would only benefit me more. I'm not bad with my navigation, but I think I can always improve on that. I know enough to get me by, so it's just good to be out. I've upgraded my water filtration system as well. So I've still got the Sawyer Mini that I've been using on previous trips, but if you notice, it comes with like a small, I think it's just under a 500ml pouch. So I've upgraded that to a 2 litre Hydro Pack Seeker, so it should enable me to get water quicker, more water quicker. So looking forward to giving that a test when I get on to Kinder. Just been walking along the Rushup Edge Ridge, so shortly I'll be turning off, and that will then head us up towards Brown Knoll. So I've not got that far left. I've done 5.5 miles, and it's taken me 2 hours. So I checked the forecast last night, just checked it again, and the heavy cloud is meant to clear up later on. So fingers crossed it does, and I get some decent views for sunset. I've got my drone, but I think the wind's going to be a bit too high for that. So yeah, I use Mam Tor forecast for the weather, and that can tell you the forecast for the summits and that base level. So Mam Tor forecast, it tends to be fairly accurate as well. It's never let me down in the past, which it probably will now I've said that. Not sure how well the GoPro, you'll see it. We can just see Lewis Hill, Mam Tor, that's where I've come from. And I've followed all round, then along this path. And that's where I'm heading, into the crag, towards Brown Knoll. So the Edale Skyline then, for those who don't know, it's a 20-mile hike in the Peak District. Now I've seen people that start and finish in different places. I've started in the village of Hope, and I'm doing it in the clockwise direction. So I'm doing Loose Hill, Mam Tor, Brown Knoll, onto the Kinder Plateau, along that ridge over to Win Hill, and then back down into Hope. But I'm doing it over 2 days, so like I said, I'll be having a camp on the Kinder Plateau, somewhere around the Woolpacks. So I'll be doing about 10 miles today, and then the rest of it in the morning. And I am so far 6.5 miles in. So yeah, making good progress. I've been walking for 2 hours 20 minutes, doing some runs as well, but not running as much as what I was going to. This pack on, it's not as easy to run long distances. Doing this in 1 day isn't something that's out of my comfort zone. I can quite easily do this in the same day if I wanted to. The reason I'm doing it in 2 days is I said to myself I'm going to do one wild camp in each calendar month this year. So I've done January, February, March, so this one's April's. So just nice and easy one. First long distance one of the year, so take it nice and easy, have a nice camp, and just chill out, unwind, and let nature do its job. On the old noggin, if life gets too much, get out, enjoy nature. I know I've said it before, but it really does work wonders. No one here is going to judge me. So I've just passed the Brown Knoll Trig point up there. Next stop then is the Kinder Plateau, which is close to where I'll be camping. So it's almost 1:30. Done just over 7.5 miles. I've got quite a few hours to kill until sunset, which is getting on to 8 o'clock. I'm not sure what's best for me to be doing. Don't want to be pitching too early, but I was hoping to be camping around the Woolpacks so I could use the rocks to shelter me from any potential wind. So yeah, I think I'll see what it's like when I get there. I may continue and do a bit more today, do a bit less first thing in the morning. So yeah, I've got some decisions that I need to make. Well, the views are absolutely tremendous, aren't they? Can't see jack shit. Lovely. It was a lovely spring day yesterday as well. It's just my luck for it to be like this on the day I'm out. No luck whatsoever. All I can say is thank God for this path, because if it weren't here, my feet would be absolutely soaked. Made the call to wear my trail running shoes today. First 5 minutes, got covered in mud. One thing I need to be doing soon is scout out some water sources on the map in case I do continue a bit before camping. Got a few scouted rounds where I do want to camp, but I don't want to carry water further than what I need to. So in a minute I'll stop, have a gander on the map and see if there's any suitable a bit further on. So I'm going to stick to my original plan because I've still got to go off piste to tag 2 trig points, one at Edale and then one just past Downfall. So that should eat some time up. So that's just 3 miles. So for the Edale Skyline, I should be going up that path there, but to get to Edale trig points, I'm going to be going up this path. So yeah, if you are going to be doing the Edale Skyline, don't take this path. You want to fork off to your right hand side. This is just after you've got up the top from Jacob's Ladder. So I've done Edale trig point, making my way now to Downfall, and then just off the track there's another trig point. You can see down into Kinder Reservoir there. Walking away from the blue clouds, it's opened up there, the clouds are just ease off, but where I'm heading it's looking a bit more darker. I'm hoping that blue sky is what I'm forecast a bit later on. I think it's around 4 o'clock. It's meant to brighten up, so fingers crossed that's coming this way. Kinder Downfall is spraying back up as usual. So I stopped off at Kinder Downfall, got some photos and had a bite to eat. I've now got a out and back to get this last trig point for the day. Out in the distance you can just about see the Welsh Mountains in Snowdonia. Fucking hell, this wind, Jesus. Well, I'm going to put you away to get up here because I need my hands. I needed my right hand then just to lean against the rock to get up a ledge. Every time I lifted my right leg, a gust of wind come knocking me over. So I thought, yeah, just pop you away and get up. My feet so far aren't too bad. Bit damp, but I reckon this bog is gonna get me a bit wet potentially. I hope not, because I've still got to put these back on in the morning. Good news is the trig point, it's just there, I can see it in the mist. I've got to try and get over this boggy section here, which is going to be a bit of fun crossing. Two for the price of one there. Right then, so back down to Kinder Downfall and then make my way over then to the Woolpacks and then rest. Rest and food. Sounds like a plan. It had to be on the way back, didn't it? It had to be. Just bog and mud, bog and mud. Fuck's sake. I haven't got far to go, about a mile and a half, but it's just going to be taking me forever because I've got either water, bog, or this thick muddy shit, and I've got to be careful where I go because your feet just sink into the mud. So I'm having to go round places just to get to where I need to. It's going to take me longer than what it should do. Oh, you fucker. Well, give up on keeping my feet dry. They're soaked now. Me and my stupid idea is to go and get these Trigs, eh? Ah well, got some dry socks to put on, and then I've got some dry ones for the morning as well, so it'll be neat. On the plus side, you can see my camp for the night, so not too far, and the time is 10 to 4. At least there's signal to check the football scores. Gibbs White scored against Wolves. That's what we like to see, even though it is 1-1. So I've got to head up there now to Woolpacks, so I might just get some water from here, because then I know I don't have to come back down if there's nothing up there. So yeah, I'm going to get some water and then head up. So I said about upgrading my water filtration system. So I've still got the Sawyer Mini, but what I've got is I've ditched the pouch what comes with it, and I've got this Hydropack Seeker. It's a 2 litre pouch, so that means I can fill this up and take it to camp. So I just put the lid back on, take it to where I'm camping, and I've also got these little adapters, so then that just screws onto the pouch, and then on the filter there's another adapter, and that just clips in. So that means then I can just get back to camp and do it when I'm all nice and warm, rather than having to put my hands in the water, filter 500ml, put my hands back in the water and keep doing 500ml at a time. So yeah, I'm hoping this works better for me. So let's give it a go. There you go, 2 litres ready to take to camp. So now, when I get to camp, just pop this little adapter on the pouch, put my filter onto the adapter, and then squeeze it then into my pot when I want to make myself a drink or some food. So I'm at Crowden Tower now. You can see where I've come from. Followed the ridge lines all the way over. Just see the trig point on Brown Knoll. Just see a little white dot all around, and then I did a detour around the back end, and I dropped down over this moorland and back up here. So yeah, I'm going to camp here, put the tent there. The wind's coming from that direction, so I've got these rocks just to shelter me from the wind. It will die down in the morning, but tonight it's going to be a bit blustery, so just want to protect the tent. So yeah, I won't put it up yet. I'm just going to sit and chill, and then I'll bring you back and talk to you guys once my tent's up and I'm nice and warm. Yeah, that's the view, looking back out to where I've come from. Well, I've got to up, but you know what, I'm sitting here, it's a bit cold, get some warm clothes on, I may as well get the tent up. So yeah, I'll show you what I've got then. So I've got an old Litchfield Viper 2. A few years back my dad gave it me, and it's the first tent I took up the Shropshire Hills and went wild camping in, and I've been hooked since. So I've upgraded my tent, but I've recycled this. So what I've done is I've took the inner out, cut the fabric off, and I've used the ground sheet from that to keep myself off the ground. I've swapped out the heavy steel poles and I'm using some trekking poles now. So it's kind of a bit like a tarp, but one that I can just zip up and make sure the dog's inside the tent and it's not going to wander around in the middle of the night. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how it holds up. The only issue I've got is the trekking poles, they don't poke up enough to get the guy ropes through. So the old steel poles, they've got like a spike where you can just tie the guy ropes and have them off on the front and back. I've got the guy ropes with me, so I'm going to have a play and see if I can get that to work. If not, I've just got to hope that it holds up. So yeah, looking forward to getting it back out. So round two of trying to get this to light. I missed my lunch because it would not light before, so I couldn't get the lighter to light. I tried my spare one, and that wouldn't have it either, so I think it was the wind. So I'm going to get this in the tent, light it, see if that works. Bingo. Tent's taking a bit of a battering. The wind's picked up, it's meant to die down.
so fingers crossed. Hopefully it does die down. If not, I may have to rethink this. What I might do is get a dog his food. At least then it's a bit left to pack if I do need to get a quick exit. So yeah, I don't like doing this, but I'm going to err on the side of caution. I don't think this tent's going to hack it. It's already getting bits wet, so I don't want to be waking up halfway through the night needing to get down. So yeah, I'm going to call it a day, I think. So I'm going to get packed up, and then I'll have a run/walk back to the car while it's still relatively light. So it's just a tent to put away, but yeah, where I've pitched, the water's just running down and getting inside. So you see there, look, the water just getting onto the ground sheet. Yeah, it's not something that I like doing, it's quitting, but sometimes, you know, you just got to do the thing what's the best call. But yeah, you learn from these experiences. The tent, I'm going to try and get some attachments on there to have some guy ropes. That's what the tent, what I want to use when me and my dad do the Bob Graham hike. So yeah, I want something lightweight and don't take too much space up in my pack. So it's perfect in that sense. Just need to make it better in the wind. I think the wind changed direction as well. So it was pushing on this side, and yeah, it was just getting everything wet. So I'm going to get this packed. So I'm going to complete the Edale Skyline. I'm not going to be 100% beaten. I will do it, and then I'll just kip in the car. Dog's got his bed. I'll just fold down the seats and get the sleeping bag out. So yeah, I'm back in the car now. 9 miles, 3 hours to get back. My right leg, I absolutely had it. It was killing the last few miles. So yeah, I'm gonna get some food and then sort the car out, get some kip. So I'm gonna wrap the video up then. I am gonna release it. So yeah, I'll have to sort out another wild camp now then. But yeah, I've got next month I'm going to be doing the Welsh 3 Peaks, and then after that I'll be camping over somewhere in Ogwen Valley. So yeah,
I'll try and get another video done before that one though. So yeah, stay safe again, folks, and remember, if there's no shame if you have to bail. Learn your lessons and make it better the next time. So yeah, peace.